was a reason it was $21.95. It's fine. It's really fine because it's fine. Hey everyone, I'm Madison, but you can call me Mads. Welcome to my Booktube channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a book haul of some books that I've picked up over the past week or two. If you love book hauls, this is the video for you. I have some special editions in here. I have some sprayed edges in here and just books that I overall thought were too beautiful to pass up. I also have a series that I thrifted, which is super exciting. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. If you want to go ahead before you forget and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, that would help me immensely as a new creator in the space. So I have my books hiding behind me right here. So I'm just going to kind of grab from that area, and some of them are in packaging, so if it's too loud, I'll edit it out. The first thing that I got is this series. What is this series even called? The Shatter Me series. This is the one I got used, you guys. I thrifted this from Second and Charles. If you have a Second and Charles near you, I think there's several locations around the US, but if you have one, these bookstores are incredible. They have not only books, but DVDs, CDs, records, comic books, gaming, just like a nerd's dream. So you guys, I was so excited when I found this and I got it. So it says that the MSRP is $72.94 for this box set. And I picked it up for $21.95. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So let's go ahead and open it up. So we'll first take a look at the outside. So these are the books that come in it. And then it has the eye, and then it also has that. And then it says, "Hello world, you won't forget me." So let's go ahead and open it up. So I'm nervous because I couldn't see the condition of the books with it being wrapped like that, with them being used. So we'll just take them out. So the first one is Shatter Me. Now, I guess there was a reason it was $21.95, you guys. It's fine. It's really fine because it's fine. I might just have to read it on my Kindle and just have the books on the shelf, because I don't mind that the flags are already there, but this person, like, will someone just explain this to me? Like, I genuinely think I'm missing something. Like, why did this person? And so the first line I saw, I was like, oh, maybe they accidentally crossed through them in the line to go under. The whole book's like that. It's so random. Like, they crossed out just the word forever. They crossed out, I'm a monster. You guys! Okay, I'm scared to look at the rest. Okay, here's book 2. It's the same. This one isn't as bad. Like, it almost looks like a DNF because they made it to page like 120 and they were still doing the cross outs. Okay, so this is really beautiful. The past will not forget me. I've heard really, really great things about this series. It's like she or he did not annotate this one. Book 5, Defy Me. Wait, that's so weird because look on the front of this one, they have crossed out the words. Am I missing something? Is it connected? Like why she did that? Did she go back and cross out certain... I'm thinking too much into this. This one has no annotations. And then last but not least, we have Imagine Me. I've also heard great things about this author. Well, this one's not annotated either, but they have one little flag. So I just want to go back to the first book and read the synopsis for people like me who maybe don't know what it's about. The moon understands what it means to be human, uncertain, alone, cratered by imperfections. No one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her, plans to use her as a weapon. But Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time, and to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. In the electrifying first book in the Shatter Me series, Tahira Mafi presents a riveting dystopian world, a thrilling superhero story, and an unforgettable heroine. This is a book I would have loved when I was like 16 and probably will still love today as a 30-year-old, but this is giving Divergent, like being used for your powers. I love dystopian, so I'm really excited for this. Then we have Deepen by Ali Hazelwood. The cover is beautiful. I love the colors. It has like the little raised raindrops. I did notice there is some art on the inside. Love that. There's also some art on the back cover. So this looks very spicy. It has the sprayed edges that look like the pool water. This is just a beautifully designed cover. It catches your eye, just everything about it. So this has been one of my most anticipated reads of the year for 2025. But I'll read the synopsis on the back. A competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance. Scarlett Vandermeer is swimming upstream. A junior at Stanford and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving, Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and recovering from the injury that almost ended her career. She has no time for relationships, at least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, and all-around aquatics golden boy Lucas Blomqvist thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and breaks records. Complete focus with every stroke. On the surface, Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slips out and everything changes. So they start an arrangement, and as the pressure leading to the Olympics heats up, so does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutually satisfying fling, but when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. So I did kind of peruse just the first pages. There is a content warning. She writes, "Dear reader, thank you so much for choosing one of my books. This might be my favorite I've ever written, and I'm so happy it's out in the world. Before you dive in, I want you to know that this work contains consensual and negotiated exploration of kink, in particular of power exchange. If you choose to read it, I hope you enjoy the experience. Love, Allie. I love Allie Hazelwood. Like, she's one of my favorites. I love her characters. They're normally very educated, intellectual characters in like the STEM world. That's kind of her thing. This one seems a little different for her. This seems a little maybe out of her comfort. And I can't wait to read it. I've been so excited for this one. So just pay attention to the content warning. Let me know if you've read this because it looks amazing. Then we have some of the most beautiful books I've ever seen. I saw these in Barnes and Noble and I had to buy them. Okay, like when you see, and I have to take the sticker off, I haven't even had time. You guys. Also, I feel like we should make a game called Take a Shot every time Madison says you guys. Like my friends make fun of me for it. I constantly say that. Now, first of all, this book is heavy. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's very nice paper. The paper is thick. The sprayed edges are gorgeous. It's got this gold foiling detail. Just everything about this cover to me, it's so beautiful. So this is the first book. This is a duology called The Shepherd King. So it's the Shepherd King duology. I think you have to go in blind from what I've heard, but I will read the back. It says, "There once was a girl clever and good who tarried in shadow in the depths of the wood. There was also a king, a shepherd by his crook, who reigned over magic and wrote the old book. The two were together, so the two were the same. The girl, the king, and the monster they became." On the side here, it says, "Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie mist-locked kingdom she calls home. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure the kingdom of the dark magic infecting it. Except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the Destriers, and guilty of high treason. He and Elspeth have until solstice to gather 12 Providence cards, the key to the cure. But as the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him." So the author is calling this a gothic fantasy, which I don't think I've ever read something from that specific like subgenre before. So it will be interesting. So this is the first one, and then I also picked up the second one. Guys, it's just stunning. It's absolutely stunning. I don't even think I mentioned it, but this series is by Rachel Gillig. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So the back says, "Here we are, my darling girl," he whispered to me, "the end of all things, the last page of our story." And then the inside jacket says, "Be wary, be clever, be good. Gripped by a tyrant king and in the thrall of dark magic, the kingdom is in peril. Elspeth and Raven have gathered most of the 12 Providence cards, but the last and most important one remains to be found, the Twin Adlers. If they're going to find the card before solstice and set free the kingdom, they will need to journey through the dangerous mist-cloaked forest. The only one who can lead them through is the monster that shares Elspeth's head, the nightmare, and he's not eager to share any longer. The sprayed edges are a little bit different on this one, and I feel like the camera is not picking up like the vibrancy of the colors because of the ring light, but just stunning. And these are Barnes & Noble exclusives, so if you're interested, you'll have to check out your Barnes & Noble. They're definitely a splurge, but so, 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 so beautiful. Last but not least, this is so weird and like nostalgic for me, but this is the Deluxe Hunger Games collection. Now, if you watched my last video, my newbie book tag video, I talk about how the Hunger Games was one of the series that got me into reading initially and really like changed me as a person. And I haven't read them since then. I haven't read them since they came out. I enjoy the movies, but the movies lack so much detail found in the books. And Suzanne Collins, the author, is still writing for this series. So I think there's a new book coming out sometime this year. Don't quote me on that, but there is a new one coming. And so she put out this special edition, and it comes with the 4 that are currently out. So The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So I've read, like when I was super young, the first 3. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think, is a more recent publishing that she put out in the past couple of years. There's a little sticker here that says what the collection contains. These paperback editions of the Hunger Games books feature stunning new covers with foil detailing and exquisite stained and stenciled edges. Now, I have been waiting for this video to open this up. I've been holding on to this for almost a week now. So let's open it up. If I can, I might need to take something to, oh, there we go. I was saving this just for you guys because I love watching book hauls, and I love when the creator is seeing it for the first time with the person watching. So I wanted to save it for you guys, but let's open it up. Look how stunning. Wow. It's so different from the original covers if you've seen those. All right. I'm already very impressed and excited. So this is the first one. It's got the Mockingjay on the cover. And then there's what the edges look like. All right. And then all it says on the back is winning means fame and fortune. Losing means certain death. So Hunger Games, which I don't know what rock you've been living under if you've never heard of Hunger Games, but Hunger Games is a dystopian, I think it's categorized under YA, but it's a dystopian series. It's basically about a bunch of kids who have to enter into a competition that's basically fight till the death. There's only one survivor at the end, and if they win, they bring fortune to themselves and their community where they live. They're all from different like parts and communities, and they bring fortune to those areas. And it's a way to control society. It's a way that the government controls its people. And I think it has a lot of themes and ideas that ring true with just like the state of the world today, and just when all the control is in the hands of a few people. So I'm excited to read it with an adult mind and just see what I pick up on that maybe I missed the first time. So that is Hunger Games. And I'm so frustrated because, I'm currently going through my February TBR, which has none of these books. And I just want to jump in now, but I have to wait until March. So I'm sure a lot of these will be on my March TBR. So then we have Catching Fire, which I like. The red kind of does look like a fire, red and oranges. This one says, Katniss Everdeen survived the Hunger Games. Now the Capitol wants revenge. And then the third one in the series is Mockingjay. Kind of looks like either like a sunrise scene or a sunset scene. This one says, if we burn, you burn with us. I picked this up at Walmart. I'm not sure. I'm sure they have it everywhere, but Walmart was the first place I had seen it. And then this is the one I've never read before. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It's got the green edges. I like that all the edges are different. And then the back. Ambition will fuel him. Competition will drive him, but power has its price. What do you guys think of like the whole sprayed edges trend that's going on right now? I really love it. I feel like when it first started happening like a year or two ago, it was only the hardcovers that you could buy with the sprayed edges, but now I'm seeing it in paperbacks too, which is really exciting because it makes it more affordable. Hardcovers are expensive, books are expensive in general. They are a luxury. They shouldn't be, but they are. But I love now that we're getting like some paperbacks with the sprayed edges, and I just think it makes it so fun. And like when you're putting it on your shelf, like you can put it, like this, but you could also put it like this to where they're seen on your bookshelf. But I mean, it's definitely like a marketing tactic, and I think these authors think if they do sprayed edges, they'll sell more. But I also have heard from Rebecca Yarros that making sprayed edges takes longer for production and is also like a lot more expensive. So I don't know why I just went on that tangent about sprayed edges, but here we are. So those are the books I picked up in the haul, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you've read any of these books and if you're interested in checking any of them out. I'm sure reviews of the books will be up probably in the next couple of months. I plan to add some of these to my March TBR, and then maybe some of them will have to go into April. It's crazy when I talk like that and realize like the months are already coming up on us so fast, and I feel like it was just New Year's. But I'm gonna have to get a second bookshelf, you guys. This bookshelf I filled mostly in the last year, and I have like boxes of books in my basement that are books that just don't really speak to me right now, that I don't want on my shelf. So the books I have on my shelf are books that I love and I want to display, and I think I'm going to add another one somewhere over here soon, because this is going to be a big reading year, especially now that I'm here on Booktube and I'm taking recommendations and building my personal library. So I'm excited about that. If you've watched this long, thank you so much. This was a long video. I know I always really enjoy watching book hauls, especially book hauls that are for special edition books or books with sprayed edges. So I hope that you got something out of it, and I just want to thank you guys for supporting my channel. If you haven't already and you enjoyed this content and you want to see more from me, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That helps push my videos out into the algorithm so that more people can view them, and helps keep me going and thriving here in this space. So I want to wish you guys a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.